Alright, so it's day 164 in Venus. Let's get this finished, finally. It's not going to be the final version, definitely, but I do want to have something working. Need this room for something else later on. There. And the filtered output is going to be hot steam. So that also needs to be cooled right here before it goes anywhere further. Is that going to be enough? I don't think I have a better way of piping things anyway, so this should be okay. There. So this is going to be steam ready to be cooled down. Now, all of this will need the usual checks for pressure and everything. I will also want to make it a bit smarter and do things in batches. Or no, I don't like this. It has advantages, but I want to be able to add pipes down there near the input just for the next storage part. Let's do something like this for now. I turn this on for just a second. There. Yeah, that's steam. And you are emptying out a little bit, not very fast. I do need you down to continue with the burning. Yes, very good. There. Now, once this goes down to about 460 or 480, I don't want to be stuck too much on the cooling part here. Shouldn't need this heat exchanger anymore. I'm going to keep it there just for now. So out of here, I can use a volume pump again. And store the water ready to be condensed. Right? Something like this. And as this condenses, which will need a valve and some liquid pipes, that should be enough. This will cool down. I will want to have an analyzer on the coolant pipe too, to make sure I don't get it too hot. Should be fine. Yeah. And liquid utility. Let's go deal with that horrible breathing. None of this should be really complicated. I just need to make sure I can switch out all the different parts. The filter here is completely okay. It's nice to see. Oh, I didn't want to pick this up. Okay. Later.
Oxygen low.
There. Now let's make another pipe analyzer. I think I'll need it. By the way, what's the temperature in the coolant pipe? 21. Okay. I'll turn you up if I can for now. There. And insulated pipe utility for liquids. That's going to be the first part. The second part is going to be the actual cold water. That's going to be more difficult. Am I doing this too complicated? Right, let's think about it. Condensed water needs to go out. That's obvious enough. This is going to be water cold enough to condense, or liquid water, rather than steam, right? That needs to somehow connect here. And the point here is to make sure that that's not going to work either. Something more like this. That gives me the digital valve wherever I need it. Let me connect the power here and data, of course. So I can use a corner here. Okay, so in that case, I can keep things simple. Or I could connect to the back here, maybe. Not sure. Let's not bother with that right now. Hey. There's water. This is going to be still very hot, and I need to cool it down further. But I need to make sure that things don't get too hot. Which is why there's the liquid valve. Right? And coolant. It also needs to be connected somewhere. Might not be the best place. We'll see. Now it's at least out of the way. That's the coolant analyzer. You are full steam pump. And for you, do I actually want to use a valve here, or do I want to use a pump again? Because if I pump it, I can keep very close track of how much water I have right here, and I can keep its temperature low just by pumping very small amounts of water. Sounds actually kind of nice, honestly. Right? The basic idea here is to keep building up this side while it's relatively cold, then get it here while it's even colder, and from here pump it over, again only when it's very cold. Right? Well, let's just use a normal pump.
Hydration critical.
Is it not called a liquid pump? Liquid volume pump, of course. There. Right? This is going to be a fairly simple system, at least. Don't have a way of disconnecting the coolant if it gets hot, though. That's the thing, like I should really be using a AC for this part of the cooling to make sure that it always cools down. But I can't use the AC because it's a liquid, right? I should take the coolant and run it through an AC again, but only for this second state of idle stage. I'm not going to be able to do right now. Okay. Let's make some more insulated liquid pipes. We'll only be moving very small amounts of water, so that should be okay. Right. But yeah, that's the reason why I really want to use the digital valve here anyway. Or, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm making this too complicated or too simple. Do I have a digital valve here? Yes, I do. We'll want to disconnect the coolant if it gets too hot. And that's going to make some other things simpler, so it's not entirely annoying. So now I can disconnect the whole cooling system as soon as the coolant gets hot. I still need to separate this, though. I just can't do it any other way. This part needs to be cold, otherwise none of this is going to work. Oh, that's another atmospheric skit. Or we could use a liquid cooler. No, that's just a wall cooler. Wasn't there specifically something to cool down pipes? But there's the pipe heater, of course. The wall heater is not going to help me. There's no... I could use the phase change device. That also works as a coolant system. But I don't think that makes too much sense. Yeah, I think I'll have to go with another atmospherics. Another AC. At least to make this simpler. Because I really don't want this final stage to heat up whatever water is left in the end. Okay. That's it for the 164. Right.